Hey Astro Kids, and welcome back. And in today's video, we'll be talking about personality number 9. Let's go ahead and jump right into this. So before we start, you first want to make sure that you have the correct personality number. In order to do this, you want to follow the chart on the screen. So you want to take out all of the consonants in your first name and break them down until you get to a single digit or a master number of 11, 22, or 33. You want to do the same thing with your middle name and your last name, and take the values of your first, middle, and last name and add them together until you get to a single digit. If the digit that you arrived at was a 9, then this video is for you. So what is the personality number? The personality number is your first impression. It is the aura that you give off. Sometimes it is in your style, in your clothing choice. It is how other people see you at first meeting. And so this is how you are attracting things towards you. This is how you are interacting with the world around you. And so this is not necessarily speaking to a deeper part of who you are. For that, I would recommend checking out the life path videos to see your life path number, which is all about your direction in life, all about the lessons that you are learning, and the destiny number, which is all about your traits, your talents, your abilities, along with the soul urge number, which is about your passion, your drive, what is pushing you in life. I've also done a video on all 31 birthday numbers, which also speaks to qualities in your personality. So let's talk about the 9 then. The 9 is a very interesting number because it is the last number, the last single digit here in numerology. And so it is the completion of all numbers. And so the 9 has a bit of a chameleon-like energy to it, taking on the qualities of all of the numbers. Now the 9 is ruled over by Mars. So Mars gives the 9 a very warrior-like energy. It is very much a very intense and passionate energy driven to achieve goals in life. Also, though, Mars gives it a very protective energy as well. So the 9 is also a humanitarian energy, wants to help others, wants to make a difference in the world. And so there's a deep compassion that is also seen in this 9 energy. Now the 9 also comes in a trio of numbers of the 3, the 6, and the 9. And what all these numbers have in common is that they are all about emotion and compassion, and also about creative expression. So let's talk about some of the variations of the 9. If you added your numbers together and you arrived at a 9, or more likely a 90, then this is going to give you a pure 9 energy. So you definitely come across as someone who is very confident, courageous, energetic, ambitious, goal-oriented. You are someone who is able to achieve and to push towards your goals in life, and other people see this from you. People can also see you as someone who's very empathetic, very compassionate, very generous, very giving. But sometimes your energy can also come across as aggressive or intense to others. So at times people can perceive you as very emotional and very intimidating. Along with this 9 energy can make you come across as a mentor, as a teacher, as a guide to others. People see you as a wise old soul. So if when you add up your numbers you arrived at an 18 or an 81, this is going to give a little bit of a different energy. This is still the 9, but the 8 is definitely going to make you a visionary. You have a long-term vision. You are all about achieving this long-term goal. And so people can perceive you as someone who is highly ambitious, highly competitive, someone who is driven to achieve a purpose or goal in life. People can also perceive you with the 1 energy as a leader, as an initiator, as an innovator, as someone who comes up with new ideas, new concepts, someone who isn't afraid to stand out from the crowd. If when you added your numbers together you arrived at a 27 or a 72, this is definitely going to be more of an introverted version of the 9 energy. So people can sometimes see you as more of a spiritual and intuitive person, someone who goes into isolation a lot. People can sometimes have difficulty connecting with you or understanding who you are as a person. They can see you as very mysterious, but also very wise, very knowledgeable. People can come to you seeking advice, seeking your wisdom and guidance. So if when you added your numbers together you arrived at a 36 or a 63, then people definitely see you as someone who is very emotional, very caring, very nurturing, but also very expressive, entertaining, charismatic, charismatic. You have an energy that lights up a room. So people love to be around you. People love to experience the knowledge and the creativity that you have. If when you added up your numbers together and you arrived at a 45 or a 54, then people are definitely going to see you as someone who's very hardworking, very much achievement oriented. They see you as someone who has a sense of structure and routine, who always has a plan, always has a goal. And so whether you are like this internally or not, this is the way that you come across towards others. People see you as someone who's very skillful, very talented, and very much geared towards achieving a specific goal or purpose. With this 45 or 54 energy, people can also see you as a rock, as a person of security, someone who gives them a feeling of stability, someone who makes them feel complete or safe with this energy as well. So let's talk some more about the 9. Again, as I've said, the 9 is a very interesting and dynamic energy, but also has a lot of compassion and is about giving back to humanity. So as a 9, people can see you as someone who's very outspoken, as someone who's very eccentric, someone who's very bold, someone who's not afraid to speak your truth. So people can see you in this way, and you can come across as someone who's very innovative, someone who has a lot of creative ideas and solutions. People also see you as someone who's very wise, very intelligent. Sometimes people can perceive you as arrogant though, because you have a lot of knowledge and wisdom. So sometimes people see you as all-knowing or as if you know everything. But again, this is coming from this deep wisdom that is connected with the 9. So people perceive you as an old soul, as someone who has solutions to problems, as someone who can guide others through their journey. People can also perceive you as very kind, very compassionate, very generous, someone who is always willing to help others. Along with this, people perceive you as someone who has gone through a lot of struggles and difficulties in life. So sometimes you also could come across as very sad, as very depressed, as carrying a very heavy energy. So people perceive from your aura, from your presence, that you have been through a lot of difficulties in life. And again, this is why other people see you as very wise, as someone who can guide them, as someone who can heal them, who can show them the way through their own struggles and difficulties. So this will definitely attract many people towards you, people who are seeking your counsel and guidance. As I've said before, the 9 is a very dynamic and forceful energy. So sometimes in the way that you communicate or the way that you express yourself, people can also see you as very blunt, as someone who doesn't sugarcoat, someone who is very authentic, very genuine in the way that you express yourself. Sometimes also people perceive you as someone who goes through situations easily, someone who is able to really make the most out of situations. So sometimes this can also attract jealousy to you. People again see you as someone who knows everything, who just easily figures out how to get through life, how to navigate through difficulties and challenges. Along with this, people can perceive you as very charming, as very sophisticated, as someone who has a lot of worldly knowledge, someone who is very much knowledgeable in a variety of areas. And people can see you as very multifaceted as well, as having many talents, many gifts, many abilities. And so in this way, you can become very influential to others. Again, whether you feel this internally or not, people perceive you as very confident, as very charismatic. You have this very strong energy that comes off of you where people immediately are going to recognize you when you enter into a room. And so, as I've said before, you want to see how this interacts with other numbers in your chart. There's so many things that you can do with this personality number 9. So many ways that you can use this to your advantage. Again, it's a very multifaceted number that is able to reflect all of the numbers. So there's so many possibilities of how you can use this to really make your dreams or visions come to life.